love that. Hey, everybody. How's it going? You're welcome to Do It Well. We are part of the Trident Network. It's a 3-pronged digital entertainment. I'm just making sure I get it. So it contains a lot of fun things, like the video you're seeing right now. There's live shows. Subscribe to this channel, YouTube, podcast. Val, what else am I forgetting?
You're crushing it. You're doing great. Nothing to add.
I was so stressed because I forgot it last time, so I didn't want to forget it this time. So we're the hosts of Do It Well. I'm Maria Konopken.
I'm Phylicia McLeod.
I'm Yazmin Ramos.
And I'm Ana Silva.
Yeah, Tina couldn't join us today, but this super cute picture is here with us. So let's get started with our first segment. Oh, sorry. This is the most important thing, because to me at least, of this month's theme is it's Scorpio season. I got my nails ready.
Yeah.
And my birthday's coming up. So hopefully.
Maria, for those who don't know, what is Scorpio season?
Oh, so there's 12 other signs. Scorpio's the most important. It's the most important to me. It's just like a fun season. Look, it's daylight savings time, got us all messed up. So sometimes you need some light in such a darkness of a season. So that's where Scorpio season comes in. And we should all celebrate it. It's my birthday. It's also my anniversary to my love. So that's fun.
Hey, Wes.
I hope he's
watching.
Maybe we'll see. Yeah. What else? Scorpios do get a bad rep. Like, it's like, oh, we're very secretive and overly sexual. But I think we're very cautious of like who we let in our lives. So if you're in our life, you're very important.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I like being important.
I know. The only thing is Scorpios really rush Libra season, and I think that's kind of rude.
They do. They're like with the Christmas decorations in August. Like, let us get through Halloween.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm okay.
I love my Scorpios.
I love Libra people, but to date a Libra, whew.
Y'all hear that out there? Come get these problems.
It's not even problems. It's more just you guys are very like, well, let's see how this person's right and this person's right, which is great in friendship and like negotiation. But like when you're dating, you're like, just be on my sword. Maybe it's me and I have my own issues.
Is Wes a Libra?
No, he's a Gemini. He's on the cusp though of Taurus Gemini. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm also dating a Gemini.
Oh, how do you like that?
I like it a lot.
Cool.
Very elaborate.
Period.
You're welcome.
Very elaborate.
It's nice. Well, because it's like they have two sides, right? Like they have the sweet, kind, gentle, introverted side that they use to like meet people, and then they have that side that's like fiery and you're able to provoke them to do silly things like steal things from tables.
What?
I told Yazmin this story earlier.
Do you want to tell everyone else?
Yes, I will tell a story. So we went on a date on Saturday to this gorgeous speakeasy, and oh my gosh, it was super romantic. It was like 1920s, all the servers dressed in 1920s, and like you sat down and they gave you like a little drink to get started, before you order anything. It was amazing. And and you have to have a password to like get in the door. And then there was a live pianist. It was amazing. So anyway, so we're sitting there and the people next to us left, and they left a bunch of food. And I was like, those olives are so expensive. You can't not eat olives. Like, they're expensive. And so I was like, steal those olives for me. And he was like, what? And I was like, take those olives. They're just going to go in the garbage. And he was like, okay. He like took the olives and dumped them on my plate and then like put it back. And then I put one in my mouth and I said, Andrew, this is a grape.
What?
And that's a lesson in stop being cheap.
Yeah, like
I know. I wasn't even paying for anything. And I was like, those olives. Anyway.
how are the grapes?
Yeah, how were the grapes though?
They were great. They were really good grapes.
And I know you two talked about being in relationships, and somebody who's not in a relationship is Phylicia McLeod.
No,
Her. Ouch.
actually, I wanted to introduce the love of my life. Day, where are you at, babe? This is Orange.
Of course.
He's really kind. He hasn't he hasn't rottened yet. He texts me back.
Can I ask a question?
No, I'm not actually taking any questions.
Is he named for the color or the fruit?
Oh.
Awesome. Let's get to our first segment. We kind of talked. It's I think we're checked in. This is sort of our check-in. How's your heart? I think we got a little bit of that. Is there anything we want to add to this?
Well, I think we should go around. Yazmin, you want to start?
Wait, what's the question?
How's your heart?
Oh, my heart is good. I got to see a Broadway show for the first time in my life this week. I went to a late night show taping. That was really cool. For legal reasons, I won't say which one, but you'll figure it out. I was being interviewed by my friend. No, I was kidding. I wasn't being interviewed. Anyway, that was nice though, to just kind of walk around New York and just like live in the moment and be grounded and be peaceful. I went by myself, so that was like really, really nice. I didn't realize how much I value sort of that time alone, and how much it like re-energizes me. Because like coming back into the world post everything that has happened, or trying to adapt again, has been really like hard, because we were, granted, I had Phylicia and Rachel. Hey Phylicia, roommate across the hall. We had each other, and that was nice, but we also like, I feel like we exercised pretty healthy boundaries during that time. So we were all in our rooms when we wanted to be in our rooms. And now I feel like I'm constantly surrounded by people. So me adapting to that has been a little rough, but I think I'm learning like, oh, okay, I need this time for myself. I need to, actually take the time. Otherwise, it's not good for me. It's not good for my friends, because then I'm snappy and irritable and like sad for no reason. I just need time alone to re-energize, and I'm not afraid. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, I could never go to a movie alone. I'm like, I'll go to a movie alone. I'll go to a play alone. I'll go to another city alone. That is why I too am single, Phylicia. But yeah,
I am one of those people who can't I don't know. I guess when I'm going somewhere, I like enjoying it with somebody. That's just me. I do like my alone time to like when I'm writing, or my alone time's more of like when I'm in my home, I guess. So like to go somewhere, for me, I like to go with somebody and like be around people. But even with everything that's happened, being around, it's a large group, I still get like a little bit more anxious, where before I didn't. So.
And that's not a judgment thing on my behalf. No. That's just how I think everybody talks.
No, that's how I act. I have the chat open, and Wes says movies alone are a nice experience. Thanks.
Phylicia, how's your heart?
I'm feeling a little bit of the same way of like getting back out into the world and working and being surrounded by people sucks a lot of energy. And I always thought like, I'm an extrovert. I love to be around people, but I need to figure out a balance of how to conserve my energy and like take care of myself. So this past week has been really good, because I got to go to North Carolina and South Carolina and do shows and like have fun, even though like I felt really insecure at times, but like I had to like surrender and just live in the moment and be like, you're here for a reason and it's okay. Yeah. So my heart's like, it's pumping. My heart's pumping.
Good. Yeah.
Leah?
Me, I'm okay. I'm still a little weird right now just because like I spent 3 weeks in Arizona and I hadn't been in Arizona in 2 years. So I got to see my parents. I was there for a wedding. Wes got to meet my family in person for the first time. So it was like a lot happening. And I was trying to do my hardest to like not have stuff in Chicago, like email, like not check it as much. I even put like an out of office for like my personal email, which I found really great. But then some people, nobody here, but some people were like, their emergency was to text me. And I was like, this could wait till when I get home. So that was like a little annoying, but that's setting boundaries is something I'm like trying to do better at and like assess like what do I really want to do? Like I saw this like audition coming up and I was like, I'm not in a space to audition. And that was like really good for me to like recognize and then be like, okay, after I do this a lot when like, especially Scorpio season or like a new year happens, it's like okay, what do I want to accomplish? And I asked everybody this on their birthday, like, what do you want to accomplish in this next year? And I think for me, it's like trying to set like specific goals of like, okay, we survived these last 2 years. Now, what do you want to do, but still have like your sanity, which I feel like kind of going to what Phylicia and Yazmin were saying, like we were just so busy. Like, I don't know how we did any of what we were doing and we weren't healthy. So it wasn't that. So it's just like trying to make sure like, okay, I would love to do this show or this activity, but is it fulfilling me in the ways that I need to be fulfilled? And that's something I need to continue setting that boundary, even though sometimes I get that like, oh, why didn't I get asked to do that? And it's like, you don't want to actually do that. And I got to remind myself that. So my heart's like good. I'm just trying to adjust being back. How's your heart, Anna?
My heart is a little all over the place, but I think that's okay. My show is ending on Sunday and I'm really sad. Because we're closing a couple weeks earlier than I expected. And so that hit me kind of hard. Mm-hmm. Also, we had to cancel our last 3 shows because one of the cast members got sick. Not COVID, but things changed so they didn't have understudies anymore. So I had 3 days of no shows. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side of that, like I'm getting a chance to spend more time with people that I care about. Like, you know, I was able to go see the premiere of Self-Control, the web series, name drop, that Elias Rios has made. And that was phenomenal. And I saw a lot of people that I hadn't got to see in a really long time. And I feel like now that my show's ending, I'm having more time to like reconnect with people. I'm going to New York in like 2 weeks. Yay. So it'll be nice to be out of the city. And it's just like, you know, I'm sad that my show is ending and I'm scared because I have no idea what's next, but I'm grateful that I have such wonderful supportive people around me to like remind me, first of all, that it's going to be okay. And second of all, that going from show to show to show and project to project to project isn't necessarily the best way to protect your energy. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing okay.
Sounds like we all have some self-awareness happening, which is really nice and refreshing.
Yeah,
it definitely is. And it's just like, it's nice to have like just you guys around and people that are supporting us, which I felt like when I first moved to the city, I didn't really have. And then going to Arizona, it was nice to see like, oh, this is nice to be here, but I miss like my family and friends in Chicago. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Hearts. Yay. Let's that moves us to our next segment, which is story time. I know we've been telling a lot of stories, but since it's Scorpio season, oftentimes, well, you know, like I talked about, we get the reputation for being secretive or a little bit of like conniving or a little bit sneaky. So a question for everybody or whoever wants to answer, it can be either or. What is the worst lie you've ever told or the worst secret you've ever kept?
I feel like the worst lie was like the dumbest lie. Like, you know, when you were younger and you'd want to go out to your friends and then you would tell your parents, like, I'm going to go to Barnes and Nobles with my friends. You came home with a book, but you always were going to Barnes and Nobles. So, like, I would constantly tell my parents I were going to Barnes and Nobles, but I was really going over to my friend Monique's house. Who
Do
lived
they know what time Barnes and Noble's closed?
it was in Northridge, so it was like in a mall there, so it probably closed at like 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Barnes and Noble by my house closed like at 7. So like if I told my parents I was going to Barnes and Noble, they're like,
Yeah, they didn't see me read one book, so they were like,
yeah, I would definitely tell my parents a lot, like where I was going to so and so's house and like not be there. But oftentimes like I would miss curfew because my friends had curfews like midnight, and I was like, no, I don't believe in that. My curfew was 10 o'clock. I didn't believe in the 10 o'clock curfew, even though that's very reasonable for a 14 or 15-year-old, I think. But at 14, 15, I'm like, well, my friends get 12 o'clock and their parents don't care about them and blah, blah, blah. And I think I've told this before, but maybe not. So the last time I was late, my mom was just, or the time before, she was like screaming. She was so mad because she's like, I can't go to bed till you're in bed. And I was like, go to sleep, lady. Like, what? And she's like, the next time you're late, I'm going to take your room away. Because she couldn't ground me because I like to be in my room away from everybody and like had all my stuff. So the way she was going to like take my room away, it's like, all right, Yolanda. I didn't say that out loud, but in my head, you know? Yeah. If I call my mom Yolanda today, she'd still get mad. So anyways, I was late again. And I come into the house and there's like an air mattress and my Kermit the Frog doll and a blanket and a pillow in the living room. And I was like, okay, that's weird. So I go to my room to open it and it's locked. She changed the locks because like my room never locked. So she changed the lock, and knowing at full well I was going to be late. And then I was like, what's happening? And so basically I had to sleep in the living room for like 2 weeks. And it was like, if you walked in the house, the air mattress is right there, and had to explain to people why I was late, or excuse me, why I was sleeping in the living room for 2 weeks. And it wasn't like that many new people came to our house. So everyone caught on to what was happening. So like my cousins would ask the same question over and over again. So my parents embarrassed me to show up on time. And I did.
That is brutal.
Mhm.
That is top mom work right there.
Well,
Yeah.
because like if she ground me, great. If she took away, like I could entertain myself. So if she took away stuff, it wasn't like whatever. So that's what she did.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I still don't know how she put that lock on, or if she got my uncle or like my cousin. I don't know. So yeah, I wasn't a really good liar.
You guys both talked about like times when you were teenagers and lying, so I guess I'll continue that trend. But there was one time where, and I was a goody two shoes, like I never drank in high school. I never like went to parties in high school. I got a job at 16 and like paid my way to like be able to play softball and sports, and like I was very, very like I would come home after school and that was it. Didn't even go to McDonald's with friends, like I had a boyfriend for a little bit, but like that was the extent of it. So there was one time, and this was already like I had graduated, and it was the summer of after my senior year, right before I went to college. And there was this guy that I like wanted to lose my virginity to.
Nice.
Like before I went to college, I was like, I'm gonna lose my virginity to this guy. And I like liked him a lot. Like I was like, enamored by him. And so I had made a plan to say that I was gonna go to bed early. And my mom was still awake. And so I was like, I'm gonna go to bed early. I'm not feeling well. I have a headache, right? Big time lie, classic headache lie. And I had went outside to my car first. But what I really did was put a ladder underneath my window.
Oh my God, like in the movies.
So that but I lived on the first floor.
Oh,
Oh my God.
So I did not need the ladder.
Watch,
Okay?
just so you know, Yazmin is a petite woman.
Define petite. Okay, I'm 5'2", which is very tall. But yeah, so I put a ladder under the window and then I went to bed in my clothes, right? And so I'm just laying there waiting for my mom to go to sleep. So it's about an hour, like an hour after I went to bed, she went to bed. So then I'm waiting there, I'm waiting there. And then I'm like, I think she's sleeping because I can hear her snore. So I get up and I lift my window and my sister is like sleeping with me. And she's like, please don't go. Mama's gonna know. And I'm like, Mer, just go back to sleep. And she's like, don't go. And I was like, I have to go, Mer, shut up, go to bed. And she's like 10 or 11 at this point. And so I'm like, please go to sleep. And she's like, don't go. And I'm like, I'm going. So I open up the window. And then I put one leg out the window and all of a sudden I hear my mom's door swing open, knocks on our door and she's like, what's going on in there? And I was like, nothing. So I got my ass back in there, shut the window, laid down. And she went to the bathroom and then she was like, leave your door open. And I was like, okay. And I guess my stepdad had heard me go to the car and like was like, she didn't come back with anything. So what did she go in the car for? And he told her. So he ratted on me. And that ain't the first time he ratted on me either. But yeah, he straight up ratted on me. And if it wasn't for my sister, I probably would have gotten caught because I was like arguing with her a little bit, like, shut up, go to bed. If I would have just like went down the ladder, she would have found me outside. And then she would have dragged me by my hair.
Wait, how big is this ladder if it was a first story window?
So you know how it's like not like ground level, but it's like
yeah,
it's like bi-level kind of thing. But
I'm thinking of like a house,
but
the
it's
house
not.
I grew up
It's
in.
not like say anything, you know, that kind of or scream, not that level, but yeah.
Wow.
Two movies that are exactly the same.
No, I was just like picturing like the house I grew up in, and then like it's literally like here's the window and here's the ground. And I was like, how the fuck would a ladder work? That makes more sense.
Yeah, it was like a small ladder too.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh my God, I can't lie. People always know.
Anna, were you ever a liar or have a secret?
I'm truly like trying to think of something and I just like, oh, can I tell a story of when someone else told my secret?
Ooh.
Okay. Well, if we're talking about teenagers, so there was this guy that I was in love with from like age 4 on. We went to church together. We grew up to, I know, well, you know, in your 4, you can have a crush on someone. And anyway, I was crazy about him forever. And there was 3 of us girls who, we were at this church together. We were all just like same age, 3 very different people. And the 2 girls were kind of mean. And one time we were having a sleepover at one of the girls' houses, and they decided, when I was like out of the room, they decided to call my crush and tell him that I liked him. And so they were like, Danielle wants to talk to you. And it was the first time I ever got the just want to be friends speech.
Oh.
And I was like sitting in Maria, her name's Maria, Maria's closet, like sobbing, trying to do that thing where it's like not letting him hear that I'm crying. And then they fucking open the door as I'm like sitting there in the closet on the phone with him. And they're like, why are you crying? Fucking bitches.
And the crazy thing about that story is that all of those girls are dead now.
That answered my question if you're still friends with them. You can't, they're dead.
Anyway, don't keep secrets. Or just don't tell anybody.
That was like the thing, like in like in Mean Girls where they do the three-way call and then that's like you didn't know. That happened to me so many times. And I was like, oh, I don't want to talk bad about that person. And then I would say something and then I'd be like, oh, why would you say that? And then that just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes people are so mean. Sorry.
I remember it was also my senior year of high school when I started hanging out, like that guy that I like was crushing on hard. He was hanging out with a group of people and that group was like super cool, super chill, super nice, like loved film and TV shows, so just like the crowd that I was like interested in. And this is my first time like hanging out with people that weren't my brothers or sister. like for like a long periods of time. I was very sheltered for a little while. And if I tell my family that, they'll be like, no, you weren't. And I'm like, I feel like I was, but anyway.
Yeah.
So we were hanging out and all of a sudden this girl is like, oh, I gotta go. My mom needs me home. So I'll see you guys later. And we're like, bye. And they're like, oh my God, we love you so much. Like, have such a good time. Like at home, like, blah, blah, just being like overly like, oh my God, we love you. We're going to miss you so much. As soon as she left, immediately people were like, she is so fucking annoying. I'm sorry. She is so annoying. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, and just like talking crap about her. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys were all in her face like, oh my God, you're amazing. And I just reeled into her, or like rammed into her. It was bad.
Yeah.
I remember feeling like, oh, I don't like this. Like, why didn't you just tell her to her face? Like, what was the problem? So when I catch myself doing that, because we're human, we do it, but I'm like, you gotta stop, you gotta tell it to their face, because it's just like you're not benefiting from it, like if anything it makes me feel guilty. Like now every time I see that person I'm like, oh man, I talk crap about you. So.
Yeah, or some people just like want the negative or just like the cheese and then all the gossip just cuz. And so I have to like, sometimes if I find myself doing that or like I'm on a roll or something, I'm like, wait, what are you venting? Is this the right person to vent to? Is this like a safe environment? Because sometimes you can vent to somebody and then they'll tell, and it's like, right. Well, when I was venting, it was just meant for this. So, but yeah, sometimes I feel people don't grow out of that. But yeah,
so
don't
here's
lie.
The thing. I love knowing what everyone is doing and everything that's happening, but not in the way of like being mean gossipy. Yeah. I feel like I gossip about people's successes. I'm like, so-and-so's doing this. Did you know that? Which is like, I don't know, I guess it's kind of bad to do that, but I just like knowing what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
I always like, give me the chisme, but I never mean the like. Anyway.
Just so the audience
I'm projecting.
Just so the audience knows, if you're successful, Anna is talking about you.
Yeah.
And if you're not successful, I am walking into rooms saying your name, so you will be.
Damn.
I mean, again, we are all human, so we've all gone against our beliefs. Okay, I don't want anybody thinking that we're out here being like, and I'm perfect, because Lord knows we are not.
Go girl, you need to stop.
Even Phylicia.
I mean, Phylicia and I love Hallmark movies, and they have their own issues. I love The Bachelorette, awful show, but here we are.
Shall we segue?
Segue!
I did it at the same time. Stupid.
Yasmin, you want to introduce what we're doing? Absolutely, Maria. We are doing a fun thing, and that fun thing that is a part of the activity corner is the following. It is a I don't know if we should say fortune teller or little flippy thing.
We call them cootie catchers.
I don't what?
I'm not understanding the connection between cootie catchers and this.
So I'm gonna ignore that comment. So back in the day, we've been kind of having a nostalgic moment. So we're going to continue that train. And this is a fortune teller. Forgive me if that's not politically correct. If it is, put it in the chat. Let me know what I should call it. But it's a future teller. Let's say a future teller, fortune teller, whatever. Basically, there are 4 different colors on this device. And then you would pick a color, and I'll go ahead and spell it out. And then you'll pick a number. Okay, there are numbers in there, not letters, as Phylicia is unaware of. And then I'll go that many times, and then you'll pick another number, and that'll be your fortune. So you can ask a question. You can say, "What do I want to know? What do I need to hear right now?" You can. And we'll make it work. Okay. Even if it doesn't work, even if you're like, am I going to fall in love? And if it doesn't seem like it fits, I'll make it fit. So don't you worry about that. Okay. All right. So who wants to go first so we can show? Oh, Phylicia, I saw Felicia's hand first. Sorry, Maria.
It's okay.
Your month, but oh well. This is what I mean. I'm telling you to your face.
You can play along in the chat. I saw, play along what you would have picked.
Okay, so we have yellow, red, purple, and green.
I'm going to go with, should I ask the question first or?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead and ask your question.
What do I need to work on?
What
that's really
do you
good.
need to work on? Okay, well, I don't have enough of these to tell you. But if you want to choose.
Orange is not happy.
Defend your girl, Orange.
I got green, purple, red, or yellow.
Yellow.
Okay. Oh, sorry. YELLOW. So I have 3, 4, 7, or 8.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 5, or 6.
9.
1, 2, 5, or 6.
6.
Yazmin looked really hard on this.
The fortune says, stop eating cheese.
Wow.
Got her.
And for those who don't know, Phylicia McLeod may be lactose intolerant.
Is
No doctor has told me such.
But Phylicia McLeod also loves cheese. So it's one of those things where you keep doing the thing that you know you shouldn't be doing because you enjoy pleasure, right? But I think it is important to enjoy life and engage in pleasure, but too much will ruin your insides. Okay, so I think you need to find a balance.
You fit all that on a little thing?
No, I told you I would make it fit. So it says stop eating cheese, girl. So I'm trying to make it applicable in more ways than one.
Amazing. Maria.
What should I know about this Scorpio season, or what message should I take in?
Okay, so it's yellow, green, red, or purple.
Green.
GREEN. And 7, 8, 3, or 4.
3.
1, 2, 3. And it's 1, 2, 5, or 6.
Oh, which one did Phylicia pick?
Phylicia pick 6.
I'll do 1.
Okay, and can you repeat your question?
Oh, what is something I should know this Scorpio season or take in?
Okay, you are going to become really rich,
Ooh.
but no love.
Why does this keep happening? Last time my boyfriend's having an affair. Now, no love.
So what I think that means.
Yeah, tell me how.
Okay, I'm gonna make this one work.
I think
So you are going to become really rich. Okay, we think rich, we think material things, right? And I think it has been a year of lack, right? You have, because you're trying just to like survive, very baseline. So I think what they're telling you is you give so much love and receive love so much. So you're not going to get any more or receive any more right now. Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
You got what you need in that department, right?
Mhm.
So now it's time to start focusing on the things that you want, maybe the material things that we always get. Don't worry about material things, right? But
Mhm.
maybe there's something that you've been wanting to buy for yourself that'll bring you happiness in ways that love cannot.
Yeah.
So,
Wes says our level prospers. That's nice.
Oh
I
yeah.
have it chat up, so I'm like reading a little.
we're just like purposely planting these things for
No, I literally would just, I'm no joke. You could ask him all month was like, are you having an affair? He's like, when would I have time to have an affair? I'm with you or talking to you.
This is Maria. You can tell me.
No, like 4 months into our relationship or 5, I can't remember. It was during quarantine. We were just sitting there watching something. It had nothing to do with nothing. And I go, if you cheat on me, I'll stab you. And just continued eating my food.
I remember
Like
that.
Like
This
a
is true.
psycho.
I remember this.
So yeah, that sounds about right.
Also, I have a question for you, Maria, after we're done
Yeah.
with this.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Anna, you have a question?
Well, actually, yes. What do I need to accomplish before my birthday?
Okay. And remind the audience when your birthday is.
It's December 20th.
Woo.
All
Sagittarius.
right. So we got purple, red, green, and yellow.
Purple.
PURPLE. We got 7, 8, 3, or 4.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 7, 8, 3, or 4.
4.
Okay, let's see. You will have a nice BM soon.
Yeah.
Hey, mama.
Thank God.
What is BM?
Bowel movement?
So you will have a nice bowel movement. Okay, what you associate bowel movement with? What? Defecation, right?
Pooping.
Right.
Mhm.
Pooping. What is
Defecation.
what is poop?
Releasing toxins from your body.
It is the period in which you must release all the things that are causing you toxicity in your life. Release it. Release it.
Cheese?
Metaphorically speaking.
Yay!
Dump it.
Are you gonna do one for yourself, Yazmin?
Sure, I'll do mine. Okay, let's do green. GRE.
Wait, stop. You gotta ask a question first. You made up the rules. You have to follow them.
My question to myself is, what should I be looking forward to?
There we go.
Or actually, no, I lied. What should I focus? What should I appreciate that I overlook? How about that? Okay, green. GREEN. There's 1, 2, 5, and 6. I'll do 1, 1, 3, 4, 7, and 8. I'll pick 3. Okay. Your net worth will increase by 10 times. Spend wisely. Oh, I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Made me spit.
The material things about.
Material. I'm a
You can't sing. Don't stop
I'm
singing.
a
You can't
material.
stop singing. You can't sing the song.
Oh, I can't?
There was something about the song, right, Val?
We can't play pop music, but if this video happens to go viral, they might sue us.
Well,
I can't wait to be famous enough to be sued.
Versus, ladies, it's time.
Share this video.
There, let's go back.
Yes.
I was like, wait, there was a rule, or maybe I made it up, but I swear there was a thing.
I wasn't listening.
Okay, so that's that. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I think I either hoard my money, or because I've been broke all my life, or I'll like be like, ooh, I have money, spend. So I think I need to find a balance.
I mean, there's a lot of free apps out there. Mint, for example, that helps you budget.
That's what I use.
Yeah, I just don't want them all up in my business.
No, yeah, it's up
That's
to you.
fair. Elvis also recommends using the one number method, which is like you have your budget and you have the 3 categories of like, what do I need to save every month? What are like needs that I have to pay for? And then you have your like wants bucket, and then you have a certain amount, and then whatever that number is, you just have to stay within that.
Did you say that was called Elvis?
Elvis.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Elvis Presley, and I was like, what do you know about saving? He did.
Well, someone's making a lot of money off Elvis.
I know.
That's true.
And it's probably not going to be us. So.
You
Anyway.
never know. You never know.
Speaking of making money, Maria, what's our next segment?
Next segment is Ask Us a Question. Question time.
Okay, I would like to ask a question before
So really quick, if you have a question you want to ask us, as Anna asked this, write it in the chat, and then Val will write it up for us or tell us. So what's your question, Anna?
My question is twofold. Number 1, when did you know that you were in love with Wes? And number 2, when did you tell him that you were in love with him?
Okay,
Before
hot
you answer,
question.
Maria, I'm kind
What?
of offended on behalf of Phylicia, because Phylicia has a partner right there in the same room.
Whether or not they were in love. Are you in love?
First of all, don't proposition Orange. Orange will let me know when Orange is ready. Also, Orange is packing his bags and walking towards the door now.
If
Oh,
Orange
no.
does not show up with a fedora and a little tiny suitcase, I'm gonna be very upset.
Oh my gosh. When did I know I was in love with Wes? Well, I knew he was a little bit different. I'll keep this PG. I knew he was a little bit different when the first time he hung out, and then he like left, and I actually was like, oh, why are you leaving? Like I was kind of upset about that, and I didn't really know this guy, but I was like a little upset about that. But I knew I loved him probably like I was leaving, and it's like a month of us dating, and I was leaving to Arizona for like a week and a half for Christmas. And he it was like the day before I had like overbooked myself, and I had 2 hours before I was going from where I was going from to this show I had to do. So I had 2 hours at my house. And he came over to see me for the 2 hours because we weren't going to see each other for like 12 days because he was like going to where he was going. And the fact that he like spent the 2 hours of like from going from work to like spend with me, I was like, wow, first off, the bar's been very low this whole time. And second, like the fact he like did that was like really big. So I was like, wow. And I was like, I really like, I love this man. Like I really see a future. And then when I was in Arizona, we just talked every day when we were driving anywhere. So I was like getting to know him. And I also told my parents a little bit. I was like, oh, I'm seeing this guy, which I never did because my parents are way into my business. So I don't really need that. But I told them, so I was like, okay. I originally was going to be all dramatic about it. And those are Tina's words, not mine, when I wrote this burlesque piece where this girl was like she had to go to the bathroom, and she was telling her boyfriend she loved him as he was like taking a shower. That was the piece. And so I was going to tell it on stage because I didn't want to be the first one to say it in person because I'm petty like that. But then COVID happened and we didn't get to. So then Wes told me first, like 2 weeks later. But I think he's been loving me since day one, you know?
Wait, so you knew you loved him after month 1 and then you made him wait till like month 5?
Like 3 or 4, yeah.
Okay, duly noted.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. I think I was just like kind of because like I was like, am I in love with them or the idea, or like has every other person just been like garbage that like the one person that I really like and isn't garbage, or like fighting for time, the person I'm in love with. And then turns out I'm very much in love with this man, so it's nice. And we're going on 2 years, so it's very nice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I try real life.
there been any questions in the chat?
Not yet. So you can continue to quiz each other, or I can ask you questions.
Is
Oh,
there
yeah.
anyone else watching?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
people watching.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They're just shy.
Nah, we don't bite.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any questions for us, Val?
Yeah. How did you all meet each other?
It's a good question.
Yeah. We what's it go? I've been talking.
It's a little staggered, right? So we were brought together in our former improv group, but our first show we had, I think I met Maria, and Maria was, I remember you're wearing red, I think. You're very bright red, and I had burned myself, so our friends, like also in the group, like came over and like with a first aid kit and was like, must take care of this, and then we did a show and it was super fun, and we just like have been in each other's lives ever since. Phylicia was like, for me, Phylicia came like 5 months later to a show, even though Phylicia had been in the group for Phylicia's first show was in May, but me and Phylicia were wearing the same dress. She
And the nerve.
and it was just like, that was a moment. It's kind of like that thing, like that question you were asking. I was like, oh no, she's gonna be my friend for life. Like I just knew in that moment. I was like, there's no way that we're not gonna be friends forever. Like no matter what kind of love, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then Anna, I heard Anna laugh at a show I was doing, and then I saw Anna in an audition, and it was so cute. She was so good, and she got the scholarship, the Dioversity, the first one, I think. And it was just very nice and friendly and very big smile, bright. So
I didn't know that was the first time you saw me.
I remember Maria being bold, Phylicia being sweet and lovable, and Anna being bright and kind.
Well, I saw Yazmin in her conservatory show, and I was like obsessed with her. And then I saw you all at the Chicago Improv Festival, and I'm pretty sure you were all in that show, right?
That was for Phylicia's first show.
Yeah,
That's Phylicia first show and the first time I met Phylicia.
yeah. And I was obsessed with you. I was obsessed with all of you from like the moment I saw that show. I mean, I'd already been obsessed with Yazmin too, because I was like, oh my God, there's another Latina. I was like so excited because I hadn't met Maria yet. And so yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
When was this?
Oh,
20s.
5 years ago now.
Did
Yes.
I MC that show?
It was the Chicago Improv Festival. They performed in the Blackout Cabaret, and their guest was it Jeff Griggs? No.
Right.
Oh no, it was Rance, right?
Oh, Rance Rizzuto. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, this is a different show. I did MC one of your shows once.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, proceed.
No, it's, oh man, not gonna cry. It's not, I'm happy that we all met. That's it. End of story. I'm not crying on here.
Just look at Tina's butt.
I know. Tina, I did see Tina this last weekend in the Hallmark show. It was really good.
That show.
What?
I can't wait to watch that show. I'm excited.
Damn.
Tina was so good. It took every ounce of me not to be like, oh my God, there's Tina. And like Wes is sitting next to me like, okay, it's good. I'm like, but it's Tina. And then we both were like, Tina. Yeah, it was very fun. I'm very happy for this little
I
thing.
can remember the first time I met Tina.
Oh.
I didn't meet her. I saw Tina for the first time in her Bob Curry showcase, and I was shook because I had never seen someone who looked so much like me. Because at the time, like we both had the same short haircut, we have similar face shapes, and I remember in it, she and Allison were actually being confused for each other, and then people kept confusing me for Tina. Mwah.
Wow.
The beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, people, I think I've been confused. I've been confused for Yazmin a couple of times and other people. It's fun. Very strange but fun.
I constantly get confused
Questions?
for
Oh,
all of you.
You get confused for what?
For all of you.
Hey, Phylicia, when did you meet us?
Oh yeah.
You see, I was a day one, and then 5 months in, I finally came to a show. And I remember meeting Yaz and her being like, and that's when I was like, I love this gremlin. I remember meeting Maria, and she was like a superstar, and I was like, okay, I want to be her friend.
Oh,
And we had so many great like bonding moments in bars.
bars.
In bars. Anna, when did I first meet you?
I think it was when I subbed in for a show.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, like I feel like the only thing like I remember is when we asked you to be a part of the group, and like
You were like, I don't know who she is. Sure.
no, but I mean like just how lovely that moment was is what
It's still my favorite moment of my life. And I
Yeah.
don't facetiously.
And then I just remember she's like, but by the way, I'm getting this medical procedure on that day, but I'll be there.
And I was high as a kite, but I was there.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're getting close to the end. So, oh wait, is there any other questions? Oh, there is a question. Who's your favorite anime character?
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
It's Deku from My Hero Academia. Only because it's one of the few animes but I love, what I loved about watching that anime specifically is that everyone's so passionate. Like all the characters are like, their emotion is just so high and it's so heightened and it's just like authentic too. It's not in a bad, like an inauthentic way. And I love how much he cares and how much he nerds out about stuff. And he's just like so excited to be there and wants to work hard. And he's just such a sweetie. I'm only on season 1. So if that has changed, please don't tell me, but this is how I want to remember him.
That's the only anime that I've sat through all the 5 seasons. There's 5 seasons. He's still a sweet man, sweet boy. Yeah, he's good. I do like that show. It's just very fun. And yeah, their passion and like what they're relatable, and then the story. I think the storytelling is my favorite part of that show. It's just very fun. I like it. I don't remember their names though, but I do like the one with like he's like half fire, half ice, and just like his storyline is like really good. I forgot his name, and I'm sure someone's gonna tell me what his name is. Yeah. Do you all?
I used to watch a lot of anime when I was in and read a lot of anime when I was in middle school and high school, because I took Japanese for a year, or did I take it for 2 years? I took Japanese for 2 years, and I only remember like the only things I remember I read Fruits Basket. I remember I read it's like AI. It was about love. I watched a lot of Inuyasha. And then I had an ex who made me watch, oh my God, I've already blocked it from my memory, but I watched an anime recently that was pretty good. But I don't know who my favorite, I mean, does Sailor Moon count as like, yeah, I love Sailor Moon. I think she might be from that universe, I think Tuxedo Mask is my favorite. Damien. So, Phylicia, who's your favorite anime character?
I don't watch any anime. We watched like a couple episodes the first season, but I feel like I haven't watched enough to have an opinion on like, ooh, I really like this character.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you like it and there's like certain things, and to listen to people talk about it, I'm just like, what is happening? It's very fun, but you like what you like. But Hero Academia is really, I think, is more universal. Like a lot of different types of people can like it.
Here's a question. Which anime character is a Scorpio?
There's this one, oh, I'm so bad at the names. In Hero Academia, there's one that yells a lot. I'm pretty sure he is. He has like fire. Oh, Wes, just tell me which one it is. It's like the fire, and he's like Deku's like friend, but not friend. Like he makes fun of Deku a lot, but we later find out he does help him a lot. Bakugo, thank you so much. He's like, he has a like, he's a little I don't know. I feel like sometimes people describe me as a little intense, and then or they say I don't like them when I first meet them, and maybe I don't, but I can relate to him because then he like later you can, I'm trying not to spoil it, but he helps out a lot of people, but he's still like his fiery self. It's very fun. His birthday is on Tina's birthday is April 20th. Very fun.
Maybe it's Scorpio moon or something.
Probably. I didn't even know these people had birthdays. That's awesome. Well, as we wrap up this Scorpio season segment, what are we looking forward to in the next month or so?
Phylicia?
Y'all go first. Let me think.
I'll go first.
Okay, go.
I am looking forward to going to New York for the holidays. I'm looking forward to the show closing and having a little bit more free time to tend to some of my friendships, relationships, and like creative ventures that I haven't gotten to work on in a while. And I'm also really excited for starting to wrap up this year. I'm looking forward to closing up some loose ends and like hopefully starting fresh pretty soon.
I can't believe it's almost the end of the year. It feels weird, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to being Scorpio season and my birthday. One thing I'm doing for my birthday is Wes is planning it, which I'm excited because I didn't want to plan it, but also the control person in me wants to be like, what's happening? What are we doing? He's like, I got this, so I have to let go of that, which is very anti-Scorpio. It'll be fun. Yeah. Yazmin, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to I don't know. I guess some cool things are happening, but I think I'm looking forward to the small moments that seem insignificant that I'll enjoy. So like I really enjoy wrapping presents. It's just like one of the things that like I put on some Christmas music or holiday music, and I'll like have some like hot chocolate or coffee, and I like just wrapping little gifts and putting them under the tree. It just there's something about it that brings me joy. So I'm looking forward to having those types of moments more often. Because I feel like I do a lot of like looking over those tiny moments of joy, and it's all just a collection of those, right? Oh boy, what did I do? I haven't been drinking at all. I feel like I'm like, and you know what they always
Well, Phylicia, as you think of what you're looking forward to in the chat, Lost Cat's looking forward to forward to November 27 when my parents leave back home. So that's exciting.
Hey.
Yeah. All right, Phylicia, we gave you enough time.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to rearranging my room and changing up the space again, because I feel like I need some new energy to be coming in, and to be like I'm excited for the future because I have no idea what's happening, but like I truly think that, I don't know if it's like a higher being or whatever it is, has been like taking care of me and looking after me. So I'm looking forward to surrendering and falling into whatever I'm supposed to fall into.
That's awesome. Yeah. Val, what are you looking forward to?
Ooh. I am looking forward to going to Florida and seeing my parents and playing tennis in the warm weather.
Yes.
That's nice.
Val, I think you're the first person to say they're looking forward to going to Florida.
Yeah, well, there's There's
I'm
the
just
only
saying.
reason I feel that way is because it's where the hot tub and the tennis courts are.
I love that.
Concepts, A plus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, we've been Do It Well. We're part of the Trident Network. We're here once a month, the second Tuesday of each month with a new theme.
Second Monday?
Monday, what did I say?
Tuesday?
I meant Monday. Sorry, rewind. We're here the second Monday of each month with a new theme. Same great host. We're part of the Trident Network. There are shows here. Val, what are the shows here?
We have shows Monday nights, Tuesday afternoons, Wednesday nights, and Thursday nights.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So you can follow the Trident Network for more information. Do It Well Media to keep up with like the different clips, shows we're having, anything like that. Do y'all have anything else you want to say?
Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Awesome.
thankful for all of you.
I'm thankful for you too. Yeah. Great job, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Good night.